so many. It seems like a lot of your opportunities to this point of the season have come late in games. How do you stay engaged mentally earlier in the game when you're not getting those chances or opportunities to be ready once they do come along?
I mean, that's honestly just being a good teammate. Watching everybody else around the ball. Having a good time. Doing what they're supposed to do. So, the chances got to come eventually. So you got to stay ready.
Hey, Michael, does it hit you more with Dak not being around that he won't be there now here after the injury on Sunday?
Oh yeah, that's definitely tough. I mean, obviously praying for the man. It's gonna be a little bit different, obviously, but he's in good spirits right now, and that's how it needs to be for a while.
Mentally for the team, mentally for the team, how do y'all move forward mentally? I mean, is it losing that, y'all just put it behind you and just automatically channel your energies toward Andy, or do y'all still, think about Dak, or what's the process now?
Well, I think the best thing you can do is just, obviously keep Dak in the loop. You gotta send him some text, go over there and see him, make sure he still got his spirits up. But at the same time, yeah, you gotta put all your focus on, Andy. He's the guy now. You gotta make sure that he's, trustworthy, of knowing that you want him on the field with us. So, but definitely, you don't just forget about Dak. I mean, he got us to this point. He's been doing this, 4 or 5 years. So, send him a text, go see him when you can. Make sure he's staying up.
Mike, what is it about those go routes that makes you so successful, you think?
Uh, I'm not too sure, honestly. You throw it up, you just want to make the QB right. And those are always, if you catch a go ball, that's just, it's such a big play. Everybody loves it. The crowd goes crazy. The sideline goes crazy. So, I mean, after getting a couple of them, it's like every time you throw it up, you just make sure you want to come down with it. So, I think just the excitement afterwards.
Sure. When you watch it on tape again, when you watch it again on tape, do you even surprise yourself when you watch it again?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's always something that you didn't see the first time, but it's pretty exciting to watch. Just knowing that you're out there doing stuff like that, helping your team win.
I'm sure running a go route, there's a little bit more to it than simply running straight vertical down the field. Can you go into a little bit of some of the nuance about what makes an effective go route, starting at the line of scrimmage and going from there?
It's really about, I mean, you got to study your opponent because, some guys you actually have to give them a move, and then there's some other guys that you just speed release. But really, I think the biggest thing, just running a go route, make sure you stack the dude because, you got to leave the quarterback some room to put the ball where he wants. So I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of dudes get walled to the sideline and they don't have any room to work back in. So just making sure that you're friendly, to the ball, but also making sure you know that you're not too close to the sideline so the quarterback can put the ball where it's supposed to be.
How do you do that? Is there any subtleties to that? Like, how do you go about accomplishing that?
I mean, you just got to be strong at the point of attack. I mean, can't let the corner, wall you to the sideline. It's not, anything, crazy, but just don't be really weak, while you're running a route. That's the best I can put it.
Both of those late, final drive catches that you made, they were right on the Giants sideline. I was curious, kind of about your psyche a little bit. Would you rather make a catch on your team sideline or the opposing team sideline? Do you feel it? Do you feel it at all when you're on the visiting sideline and the ball's in the air? Just what are your thoughts about sideline placement when you're running routes?
I mean, it don't matter where I catch the ball, to be honest, as long as I'm catching the ball. It could be on our sideline, it could be on their sideline. Obviously, it's fun on their sideline because they're going to chirp you when you catch the ball. And then on your sideline, you're going to get picked up, and everybody's going to, talk about that catch. But, I mean, either way, it don't matter. As long as we're catching the ball, it's good either way for me.
Michael, what did you learn? Hey, Mike, it
seemed like Andy rotated a lot with the ones in training camp and got a decent amount of reps with y'all. Obviously, y'all had two big connections in the game. How comfortable do you feel with him, and do you feel maybe more comfortable than you typically would with a backup quarterback?
I mean, honestly, Andy, he's a seasoned vet. He's been in the league for a while. He can play the game. So it wasn't really anything too big when he came in like that. We know what he's capable of doing. So you just go like normal. And, he did get some reps he gets reps with us, every week. He's always getting at least a series or two just so, we can feel him out just in case if anything was to happen like it did. So him coming in there, it's not, too big of a shock or anything. It's nothing too new. We're just going to grind it out.
What have you learned about Andy since he's been around?
I mean, he's a competitor, He's coming here to win. Every time he comes in the huddle, that's the first thing he says. I came here to win. I came here to play. So let's do it. So that's all I really need to know.
Did he say anything that first play in the huddle after Dak exited the game? Was there anything that he said to kind of center the group a little bit in huddle?
He told us to focus up, and this is what he came here for, to come in here and do what he's supposed to do. So that's it.
Michael, have you ever had two catches that good on back-to-back plays?
Probably when I was at like junior college or something, Nah, I can't really remember, to be honest.
How would we know? You told us only had 6 guys at your JUCO game, so who knows?
I'm telling you, nobody knows.
Did you work along the sideline? How mindful are you that you're that close? How do you work your feet? Is the focus on your feet, the ball? How does that work when you're near the sideline?
I honestly focus on the ball more than I focus on my feet. Your feet just need to go dead. That's what every wide receiver coach is going to tell you. Your feet just go dead, but just make sure you catch the ball. So that's how I see it.
Mike McCarthy and others have just talked about your ability, who have been around you, always talk about your ability to catch the ball at the apex and just how you track it. Have you always had that ability, and how do you track that? Like you said there, your feet just kind of go dead. Is it always about the ball and timing the jump? How does that come together?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you got to time the jump up right, and I didn't. But I was also getting hit at the same time, so I don't really fault myself for it. But that's a lot of that's just natural ability though. You can't exactly just go out there and practice, just toe tapping while somebody's tackling you, because we don't even tackle in practice. So that's just going up and getting the ball first point of contact, and then letting your feet go dead.
Mark, have you talked about what you're missing yet here on offense? There's no Dak, no Tyron, no LC, no Blake, and you're still able to kind of do some of that. Well, you've only had a quarter and a half without Dak, but have you thought about just the guys who you lost and what this season's been like so far with all the injuries?
It's been a tough one around the league, honestly. There's a lot of injuries out there right now, but it's you just you wish the best for those guys. You got to pray for them, but we're still on a mission. We still come out here and practice every day. So somebody's got to fill that spot. Somebody else needs to step up, and that's what we're trying to do.